Yo, what's up, guys? I'm back. I know, it's crazy. 2 days in a row that I'm going to be uploading. I mean, like, write this down in the history books. This is wild. I know, it's crazy. But today, we're back on Clash. Merge tactics, because Clash Royale normally was like way too distracting yesterday. I could never get to my point. We're gonna hop in. Have you ever done something and you thought it's okay if I do this like just once? You know, it's fine. No one's going to get hurt from it, right? And you're like, you know, it's fine. Like I'll cheat on this test once. I'll like leave this person on red one time and like not respond to them, even though it might be important and they're like they want to hear from you or something. Like, nah, I'm trying to be cool. I don't got time for them. Or like you've cheated on a partner or something, or lied. Yeah, really, that's what we're going to talk about today, which I know that was a rhetorical question because all of us have done something like that, like lie or something like that. But Immanuel Kant, if I can find the exact quote, I have it somewhere on my notes. There we go. Okay. Let's get this cool mini P.E.K.K.A. Give me that. I'll put that in. Alright. So, Immanuel Kant, German philosopher. I've researched him before. His stuff is like pretty interesting. He says, act only according to the maxim, whereby you can at the same time will that it should become a universal law. And I think that's great, because basically a maxim, if you don't know, I mean, it's not like it's a common word, is basically the rule behind which you act. I don't know if you guys heard that notification on my computer. Sorry. But basically a maxim is the rule or the reasoning that you follow whenever you're acting. And that's, go on the mini P.E.K.K.A. Bang, nice. Basically, so Kant is saying act only in a way that you'd be okay with if everybody else did that too. And like that could be cheating in school. Like if everybody was cheating, if you ask someone if you can cheat off their test, then you better be okay if they cheat off of your test sometime. Like, just, you better be okay with that if you have the guts to say that. Or really, if you have the guts to ask somebody if you can cheat off their test, but then whenever they ask you, you say no. Like, that's kind of crazy, right? Pretty hypocritical. And a lot of times people think like, oh, well, you know, I had to lie, otherwise I'm gonna get in trouble. But it's like, why'd you do that thing in the first place then, if you knew that you were going to have to lie your way out of it? Or like, you know, you might be at work and you might just feel like tired one day, which fair enough. But maybe you're just like being lazy. I don't know. And you're like, I could wipe down these tables. I could go stock things. I could get this customer. I could do whatever. I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna let somebody else do it. Like, if everybody thought that way, literally nothing would get done. So it's just kind of silly. And what you probably thought of whenever I said that quote, whether you're familiar with the Bible or not, because I think this is one of those things from the Bible that's like kind of just a universal truth, and similar things are said in other religions, like Buddhism, and I'm sure Islam and Hinduism as well, Judaism, of course, and the quote is, it's the golden rule, which, if you didn't know, comes from the Bible. It's in, most famously, Matthew 7:12. In everything, do unto others as you would wish that they do unto you. There's like a lot of different translations. I just got pooped on. I think I'll switch to Tomb Queen. Try that out. And let's lower the sound effects, man. Alright. Yeah. And it's just like, don't just if everybody could just do things that they would treat others how you want to be treated. That's another very common like translation. If everyone did that, oh my gosh, this world would be so nice. Because guess what? Then nobody would be lying to anyone, would be stealing stuff. Like, come on now. You can't even argue with that. Like, if that happened, everything would be wonderful. So yeah, let's get that in. Okay, and then I have a couple more. Both of these are from 1 John 3. First one is 3:17. If anyone has material possessions and sees their brother or sister in need but has no pity on them, how can the love of God be in them? And like, I think you could take that two ways. Like, having pity could mean like feeling bad for them, or having pity could be like doing something about it. But either way, like, treat them well, like show them love and care, and at least do something if you can. And the second one is 6 verses later, 1 John 3:23. This is the commandment we have from God: whoever loves God must also love their neighbor. And it's like, if you love your neighbor, you will treat them well. I just lost again. Wow. And then I have one more. This will probably be the last game, because this is not going well. But I am getting through my points quick. What is this? Oh, wait. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, okay. Last one, Micah 6:8. He has shown you, oh man, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you? To act justly, to love mercy, mercifully, and to walk humbly with your God. So really, whether you want to take this from a religious perspective or not, don't make yourself the exception. Can I get something? Okay, it's fine. Like, people often try and justify their bad choices, and like, you know, everybody makes bad choices every once in a while, sometimes more than others. But like, I'm not saying that this is like some easy thing to do, because it's not, but like if you think this way, it does like make you stop and think before acting. Because a lot of times if you look back in a situation, you'll be like, I really wish I like, in the moment it seems so obvious like I was in the right or whatever, but then you look back and you're like, why did I act that way? Like if I was watching myself act that way, I would be like upset. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Holy cow, I have 2 HP. But like, don't make yourself an exception, because that's not cool. Jeez, man. Put that behind that. So yeah, like before you do something questionable, just ask like, what if everybody were to do this? And it doesn't have to be like questionable, like really bad, but like just something that isn't the best for everybody's interest, or something that you wouldn't want someone else to leave you to fix. If the world would get worse, then that probably tells you something about like what you're doing. If somebody's world gets worse, and it could be in the smallest way, like just do the other thing. Like be humble and do the other thing that won't hurt somebody or like bring them down. And that's really like Immanuel Kant's like universal law test. It's a simple idea, but it's very hard to live by. And really, that's just like, it's a hard thing, but it's such a good thing to live by. So I just thought I'd share my thoughts, share a few verses to keep in mind, to kind of support this. And like, I don't know, I love the book of Matthew, so we always got to put in a little bit of that. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on this, what you want to see me do next or talk about. Also, you probably noticed if you're watching the gameplay, it like on the top of the screen where the different players are at and their HPs, let me know if you would rather see my bench at the bottom, or if you would see the HPs and the rulers, or if you would like rather see like part of the bench and part of the HP, because the way I have it formatted, I can't really do anything about it unless you don't see the entire card below me. So yeah, let me know what like format you like and you think would be better in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love y'all. Jesus loves you. Peace.